In a quiet village surrounded by thick forest, lived two inseparable girls, Amara and Kemi. Everyone knew them as best friends, and truly, they loved each other deeply, but their hearts were not the same. Amara had a heart as soft as morning light. She found joy in simple things, the sound of birds at dawn, the laughter of children, and the gentle touch of the wind on her face. Her kindness extended to everyone, and she never expected anything in return. People in the village trusted her, and she had a natural way of making others feel safe and cherished. Kemi's heart was different. It was like a flame that could warm but also burn. Kemi smiled sweetly at Amara, her eyes shining with what seemed like friendship. But behind her back, she whispered lies, caused fights, and planted seeds of destruction among the villagers. She had a subtle cunning that few could detect until it was too late. Strangely, she never harmed Amara. Her wickedness stopped at her friend's doorstep, as though some invisible line protected Amara from her malice. Amara had no idea, because no one would dare to tell her. They all feared Kemi, her clever manipulations and sharp tongue. Rumors of her misdeeds circulated quietly, but the villagers kept their distance. Even in moments of chaos, Kemi always appeared charming and innocent. One season, news swept through the village: the prince would choose a bride. All maidens were to be paraded before him. It was an event that excited many, for to be chosen by the prince meant honor, fortune, and a life of luxury. Kemi was thrilled. Her mind raced with possibilities. She imagined herself adorned in silks, crowned with flowers, and adored by the prince. Amara was not thrilled. She had no desire for royalty. She had a secret, a lover no one knew about, not even Kemi. Her heart belonged elsewhere, to someone beyond the knowledge and reach of the village. She cherished these moments of secret love, but she knew that once the contest began, her private happiness would be threatened by expectation and pride. Her mother, however, had other plans. She insisted that Amara dress beautifully and attend the contest. She spoke of duty, honor, and destiny, urging Amara to appear before the prince. Reluctantly, Amara agreed, feeling the weight of tradition and family expectation pressing upon her delicate heart. The day of the contest arrived. Maidens from across the village lined up in shining rows, their dresses bright and their faces carefully arranged in polite smiles. Excitement buzzed through the air as the villagers whispered and gossiped. The prince observed silently, his eyes scanning the line of hopeful brides, and when the prince made his choice, he chose Amara. That was the day love turned into silent hatred. Though Kemi knew Amara did not even want the prince, jealousy burned her heart like wildfire. The sight of her best friend being elevated above her filled her with rage she could not show. Slowly, quietly, she began plotting. By day, she smiled as if nothing had changed. By night, she schemed in secret, searching for ways to undermine, harm, or humiliate Amara. Several times, Kemi tried to harm Amara. Poison in food, trips in the forest, sabotage chores, each attempt failed in mysterious ways. Something unseen always intervened, protecting Amara. The villagers noticed small miracles but could not explain them, and Amara herself remained unaware of Kemi's true intentions. One night, Kemi decided she would confront her jealousy directly. She approached Amara's hut under the guise of a friendly visit, but she had brought darkness in her heart. After a while, she noticed Amara quietly slipping out of the hut. Curious and suspicious, Kemi followed her. She trailed at a distance, careful not to be seen, moving through the shadows of the thick forest that cradled the village. The moon was pale, casting silver light that made the trees look like towering. Deep in the forest, Amara stopped before an ancient tree. It was massive, its bark twisted like veins, and its branches moved as though they had a life of their own, even in the absence of wind. A sense of reverence filled the air, as if the forest itself was holding its breath. Then, the tree spoke. Its voice was deep, ancient, resonating like a memory that had waited centuries to be heard. Amara smiled gently and embraced the tree. She pressed her lips to the bark, her touch tender and loving. It was a sight so strange, so beautiful, that Kemi froze in disbelief. "What is this?" she whispered. Her voice trembled. "Is that her lover?" The tree's eyes opened within its trunk, glowing softly in the moonlight. They watched, patient and knowing, as Kemi stumbled backward in terror. Her mind could not comprehend the scene. Fear raced through her veins. She ran back to her hut, heart pounding, lungs burning. Every shadow of the forest seemed to chase her, every whisper of the wind mocking her. What had her innocent friend been doing with an evil tree? As she reached the safety of her walls, she did not notice the forest watching her, silent and patient, as though it had been waiting for this moment.